driving down through Wales today, practically north to south. Beautiful, beautiful green valleys. The roads are pretty much completely empty, but it is absolutely honking it down. Honking it down with rain, and that's quite a good thing. Feels like a good smoke screen. Feels like ooh, nice and yeah, protected is how it feels. Listen to some favorite tracks on shuffle. Let's see what Bella has to choose today.
It's the last time I woke up feeling happy. There's nothing else in your brain. Not worried if you've done enough to deserve it. Just pure and on the proud, feeling no shame. When was the last time you really made love? Felt so holy you understood everything. I just wish someone could show me how to live without fear and doubt. But there's something inside of me won't ever let me down. Superstar, oh, it's out there in front of us. Just bend down and pick it up.
Oh look, we found Excalibur. Right by the side of the lake. Let's see what the sword has to tell us. The meaning and the metaphor of Excalibur I find just absolutely captivating. It seems to apply perfectly well to the situation and circumstances we were finding ourselves in. For example, I had one opportunity to come through Llanberis and shoot a video with a sword, and it's drizzling with rain, which would be terrible for the cameras. So as I came into the car park and saw everything was empty, I had this opportunity to do it from the car park with the sword in the background. And really, it's about perseverance, commitment, and not giving up. Don't you just love nature? I'm sitting here in my cab making a film from my trip up to the Green Tara, and put a little bit of food out for the birds. And this cheeky little rat popped out of the hedge. It's enjoying an evening meal. It's been popping in and out all evening. I love the persistence. Now this is a great challenge for spiritual people on the path, because how do you distinguish that from efforting? How do you distinguish that from struggle? Well, the only way to know is to go with your heartfelt feeling and move with that, and work with whatever blockages come up. If you're going forwards and there's a tightness, well, that doesn't mean to say you're not supposed to go forwards. Maybe it's inviting commitment. Maybe you procrastinate or accept anything goes. The way things are in society right now, we cannot afford to be doing that. I would say the future of a good proportion of humanity hangs in the balance, because people are just being sucked hook, line and sinker into this synthetic agenda. That's what I've seen driving all around Great Britain this last week or so. People are sleepwalking into the agenda. Fortunately, there is a group of souls who are emerging out and challenging the story, but to my mind, there's not enough people fully expressing themselves at this time. You know, there's a lot of stories, there's a lot of reporting, there's a lot of alternative media, but ultimately we have to get out and do something. As the police car just went by. It's about, to me, non-compliance. You know, if enough people said, no, you know, I don't go with this, I don't buy into this, if enough people went with that, who challenged it and acted upon it, then, you know, there'd be no way of controlling everybody. And when people do take a stand, when people do step up, it's important to support that movement, that energy, and we can forge pathways of light through the density. And to me, that's what Excalibur is all about too. It's about having the courage in your own beliefs, your own feelings, your own truth, and to express and go with that, whatever the cost. That's the whole Excalibur metaphor. Now, there are people out there doing this, yes, absolutely, and my hat off to you all that are. You know, I know what it's like, I know the challenges that it takes, what it can be like. You know, the buttons that get pushed on the physical plane, the emotional plane, you know, the mental plane. I know all of these buttons, I've experienced this too. But what I can say is this, that when you do dive in, when you do commit, and it does come with a cost to yourself, to your ego, to the sense of separation, when it comes with a cost to that, it's a double-sided coin. That's when you have these really peak moments on your spiritual journey. You can feel the resistance, you can feel the contractions. I was sitting here, you know, when I knew that my path was into Ireland, and yet I could feel all this density. I'd missed the ferry, and it was like I was being pulled in two different directions. That was causing turmoil inside, and I knew I had to work with that. I had to work really hard. I had to commit to it in a big way, to work in, to feel in, to be intimate with it, and to unravel through it. And it took me most of the night to do it. But with 5 minutes to go, suddenly it all eased and everything started to flow and kick in again. But if I hadn't committed to that unwinding process, if I hadn't committed to step forwards with the original heartfelt intention, the original inspiration, I would never have experienced that level of confrontation. And that was necessary. That is necessary in plenty of instances to forge the blade of the soul. So this is what Excalibur means. This is what the metaphor really means. And I would say to everybody out there now that these are the perfect, ideal opportunities. It won't always be sunny. It will be raining metaphorically, and it will feel uncomfortable. And that's the moment of maximum opportunity. I would urge everybody to seize this time to work into what's going on, the shadow side in society, and really let the soul emerge through, work to emerge the soul through it all. And it will be magnificent for you. And now I'm going to close my door because I'm getting soaked. Namaste.
Right on time, well, here you are. Welcome back. inside of me, never gonna let me drown. So tomorrow I'm gonna wake up feeling happy, and if I don't, then who cares? All we need is right here. Pick it up if you dare.
Yeah, pick up that sword, man. Pick up that sword.